o'clock, so we will call the meeting to order. And I guess for clarification of everybody, we have Councillors Chris Zember, Kathy Crozier, Jim Stanky, Shauna Gale, and Dwight Kilpatrick present, and Larry Liepert is joining us via Teams on video. Do you want me to list the staff too, Shannon? Or? Okay, so welcome, and we will start the meeting, and the first item up is the adoption of the agenda. Kathy? Any questions or comments? All in favor? Opposed? That is carried. And then the next item up is accounts payable for information.
I'll make that motion for information.
Any questions or concerns?
I have a couple of questions. First one being EFT 0002948, and it's ESRI Canada.
Oh, ESRI Canada, that's our GIS system. That's the licensing software for doing all the mapping that we do.
Oh, okay. And the other one was Prairie Rose School District, and then it just says that it's PRSD, which is Prairie Rose School District, FSLW Services.
Family School Liaison.
So is that the Dreams?
It's the person that we've subsidized forever. It's one of the councillors. We subsidize one councillor. I think they have about 6 now, right?
Which is part of the Dreams,
it
right?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
But that was called Dreams many years after the Family School Liaison work.
So then there's the Academy Communications Public Relations Outreach. That's
Alchemy, that's the development stuff.
Development stuff. I think I asked that last one too. And then the Snap-on tools, the aviation tin snips, were they special tin snips that were needed for something?
Aviation doesn't actually speak to like airplanes. That was just a brand name of that particular tool. Services. It was a replacement tool.
Replacement tool.
Yeah.
It's an ordinary pair of tin snippers.
Oh, okay. Very expensive pair of tin snippers.
I think it's one of 3 tools that we had to replace.
Okay. And Deep Net Safety ID.
Number?
Says 2020-11-20, so November 20th.
Oh, those are security fobs, like we have to get in the doors.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I just was wondering what safety ID was. And that's all my questions. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? That is carried. And moving on to the bank summary to December 31st of 2020 for information. Jim, move for information. Any questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? That is carried. Item 2, minutes. We have the council meeting held January 11th, 2021 for adoption.
I'll make that motion.
Shauna? Any questions, concerns, errors, that kind of thing? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? That is carried. And then the minutes of the Riverview Golf Club Board of Directors meeting held December 8th, 2020. Chris moves for information. Any questions or concerns about that meeting? Phyllis.
Nothing about the meeting. We just wanted to let council know that the golf course has repaid an extra $70,000 in addition to the $30,000 for 2021, and that they have hired a new general manager and the kitchen folks are coming back, and there will be a check presentation to council in a couple more weeks.
Did they make any mention as to any stipulations about that money?
they were to get in problems in the future, they'd like us to look at maybe carrying for a year.
In
Yeah.
making that payment in lieu of next year's payment?
Yeah, we did have those discussions.
Fair enough. Just to bring it to everybody's attention.
Okay, any other questions or concerns? Matters of interest? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? That is carried. Okay, moving on to policies, we have policy number 59, Sustainable Infrastructure Policy, and it's a request to delete.
Delete that.
Yep. Jim? That's option 1 or something?
Yeah.
Okay. And any questions or concerns? That's Larry's mouse. Larry, that's a very ratchety mouse you got there. Pinwheel? That's what it is. Okay. All right. So quiet in here, we can hear everything. Any questions or concerns about that policy? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? It is carried. Okay, policy number 146, Councillor electronic equipment use for consideration. Larry?
I'll move as presented.
All right, thank you. Any questions or concerns about the policy? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? That is carried. Okay, moving on to correspondence. We have from AUMA, the President's Summit on Policing, and I think it goes 2 nights for information. Or I guess a night and an afternoon. Sorry.
Move for information.
Kathy? Any questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor, and this opposed? It's carried, and Erica, you didn't have these on your dates to remember.
I did not know.
Because it would be free for anybody that wants to just register and watch.
Okay.
Okay. Moving on to other, we have the most funding update for information. Chris? Is there any questions or concerns?
Anything you need to point out?
I know our projects are going on really well. I believe we'll probably have one more meeting with this technology. And some of the parts are here and we're still waiting for some of the deliveries.
Thank you.
Any other questions or concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? That is carried. Okay, then project updates for information.
I'll move for
Shauna?
information.
Okay, does anybody have any questions about any of the updates?
Is there anything you want to point out?
Just since we published the agenda, the Aquatic Center, Darren did the final walkthrough on that on Friday, I believe, and we're just waiting for the last invoice.
Good.
And all our 2021 grant applications have been submitted.
So, Darren, I have one question. The backup generator for the police station.
Yeah.
So, it's been sized twice now, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. And then, in a discussion we were having about an addition to the building, the project coordinator, correspondent, whatever his expertise is, he was saying that he didn't think there would be enough in that backup generator to supply power to the other side. Now, if that electric in the building is to supply both sides, then, so is the generator undersized?
No, according to the engineering report, it's sized to accommodate I believe it's a 400 amp breaker that goes over to the addition.
Yeah, 400 amp, yeah.
So it was sized to.
Handle both sides.
It was, yeah.
Okay. No, that's good, because when I heard that, I went,
It's not wired correctly right now.
no, that's fine, but that's okay. There's gotta be a lot of wiring to do anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was wired for the old manual transfer switch.
right,
And the new automatic transfer switch will adjust the wiring, but yeah, it was sized to accommodate both.
okay. Thank you.
And
Are we doing the proper?
Sean, pardon me?
Sorry to interrupt. Are we doing the proper wiring?
Well, if it goes ahead, it'll have to be, because this will automatically kick on and off, instead of somebody manually going and shutting off city power and turning on generator power. Yeah. Please don't.
No, I not.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Darren, I did have a question. How did our buildings all feather through this last windstorm? And how did our new roofs hold out?
So the only damage we had was a repeat damage to the pool. So both west sides of the sort of the triangle shaped roofs.
The hip?
Yeah, same place as last time, they let go. We did do a patch job previous time, and it was there was an insurance claim that looked after, other than our deductible. And that'll probably be the case again, but I think we are going to do something differently. The way that it's built, it's got sort of a strapped roofing system, and that doesn't seem to hold up well in this type of wind. So we are going to the plan is to redo the west side and do it differently with a plywood approach. It's done on, I haven't seen a roof system like this before. So it'll be a regular sort of OSB roofing with the insulation underneath, and shouldn't allow that flapping to happen on the west side again. That's the only building that took any damage.
Okay.
There was a lot of trees, and there were some other boxes that got blown off things, but we've internally just repaired them.
Well, wouldn't it be better off if you just put metal roof on there?
It's possible. We haven't explored. We'd have to go back for an additional, I think, depending on what insurance would decide. But last time they did a repair only on the west side. That's all they would approve. They wouldn't approve the other three sides, I don't think. Just that patch repair. Maybe that's all we asked to do. But if that's the case, it would look odd to just do one side, something different than the rest. But it's stuff that we couldn't ask.
Thank you.
Any other questions on any of these projects? Seeing none, all in favor? Opposed? That is carried. And then council important meeting and events, and like I say, the only one that we just talked about that isn't on here is the AUMA President Summit on Policing. There's a couple of dates there. Somebody like to move that for information? Shauna? Any questions or concerns? All in favor? Opposed? That is carried. I don't think we need a recess. So, would somebody like to move us into closed?
I will.
Jim? Any questions or concerns? All in favor? Opposed? That is carried.
This is being kept on the website forever, it's not disappearing.
So Chris has been watching.
Yes.
Is it you, Chris? Are you-
Chris who?
No, the other Chris. The Chris.
Oh, Chris Howell. Hi, Chris.
Can I just ask who moved to return to regular session?
I did.
Chris?
Chris, just to make it clear as mud.
And that probably would have been about 7:40.
Yes.
And then you have Kathy's motion, Erica?
Yes.
Okay, any questions or concerns in regards to the water license? All in favor? Opposed? That is carried. And adjournment. Jim, move adjournment. All in favor?
Bye, Larry.
That is carried.